Okay, my name is Valentina Pinzon, and today I am going to talk about consumerism and consumption. And my topic that I choose is environment, and here is my paper, so I am going to start. Currently, our planet Earth is running out, and this is due to the human beings. Since we have consumed much of the natural resource, this has caused many environmental disasters. This not only affects biodiversity but also human beings. Many of the natural disasters have been the fault of two factors called consumerism and consumption. The first is called consumption, and this consists in satisfying the need of the goods and services that are used or applied to the purpose for which they are intended. This is the last economic process. Consequently of the first process called production, as man produces to consume and consume to produce. Therefore, consumption is the act from which the usefulness of a produce is consumed and is the end of production, distribution, and change. The second is called consumerism. This is a social and economic model that promotes the acquisition of goods and also encourages the purchase of goods and services in increasing quantities. A clear example of consumerism is deforestation, which is promoted by livestock industries. How many times have we been in our house watching television and suddenly one and another announcement of meat, pork, chicken, etc.? When these industries see their meat demand increase, they have to expand their farms and concentration camps in order to achieve the expected production that satisfies consumers. And in general, this space must be extensive. Rural territories that are occupied by forests are deforested. To implant forests where cattle are raised and processed. Although the deforestation is a big problem, we can say that the illegal mining is the worst. Illegal mining is the most destructive of all ecosystems, even though aquatic as well as terrestrial. In 2019, the magazine Sustainable Week said alarming data. This indicates that there are 2,318 sites with illegal mining activity in the Amazon. Despite great efforts to reduce illegal mining, it has not been possible to reduce. In contrast to the magazine, they also told us about the negative effect it has when this happens. An example of this is water pollution. When we talk about water pollution, it not only refers to the impact it makes to the aquatic environment, but also to the terrestrial. When lead enter into the water, it is going to enter into the body of the animals that live there. In addition, the plants are also poisoned by this mineral. When a fish is poisoned with lead, it is going to be eaten by another animal, either by a fish or a bear or another animal. When the other animal eats the fish, it is also intoxicated, and thus the food chain is contaminated. In my personal experience throughout my life, I have tried to gradually stop eating meat due to several factors. Firstly, the idea that the animals are sacrificed in quantity for our benefit affects me. Secondly, the great expansion of the industry leads to the take-off of hundreds of forests in the year. So these industries feel in its customer. Last but not least, the cost excrement is excessive harmful to our planet, since they release large quantity of CO2, carbon dioxide, that damage the ozone layers. Therefore, I call for us to break down our meat intake to some extent that nothing bad will happen in our body. So industries will not be carried out to spend and bring back the forest. In conclusion, consumerism and consumption led us to forget our mother nature, led us to the materialist, to the art of having more and more without needing it, because industries always induce us to acquire they produce even if they are not near. In addition, we have to live our mentality that for example, is we don't have the less technology, if we don't have the last technology or clothes, they are going to criticize you. So we must take care about our environment.